The slow leak of betrayal. The most dangerous way someone can use your trust is not by betraying you all at once. It is not a sudden explosion that wakes you up. It is a slow leak. It is the process of making you believe that every small thing they ask for is completely normal. Maybe it starts with a message late at night. Please do not tell anyone I told you this. Then it becomes, can you cover for me just this once? And later, without even realizing how you got there, you are protecting someone's lies. You are carrying their problems. You are feeling guilty for simply wanting to step back and breathe. That is how trust can be used against people. Not always through obvious cruelty. Not always by someone who looks dangerous. Sometimes, it happens through charm, shared memories, kindness, and the feeling that you are the only person who truly understands them. And that is exactly why it is so hard to recognize until you are already exhausted. Part 1. The story of Alex. Imagine this. You have a friend named Alex. Alex is funny, supportive, and always seems to know what to say when you are having a bad day. When you tell Alex something personal, they listen closely. They make you feel seen. They make you feel special. One day, Alex asks you to keep a secret. It does not feel serious, so you agree. A few weeks later, Alex asks you to lie for them. Again, it feels small. You do not want to make a big deal out of it. You tell yourself, they would do the same for me, but then something changes. You begin feeling nervous whenever Alex calls. You wonder what they will need this time. You feel pressure to say yes, even when every part of you wants to say no. And when you finally hesitate, Alex says one simple sentence. I thought I could count on you. That one sentence can make a good person question their entire identity. Part 2. The myth of sacrifice. Here is the truth. Trust is not proven by how much discomfort you are willing to accept for someone else. Real trust does not demand that you ignore your values. It does not ask you to hide your feelings or carry responsibility that does not belong to you. One of the most common ways people use trust is through small favors that slowly become bigger expectations. At first, the request is easy to justify. You lend some money. You cancel your plans. You keep a secret. You defend them when other people are concerned. None of these things automatically mean someone is taking advantage of you. Friends help friends. Families support each other, relationships require effort. But healthy relationships have balance. There is room for you to say no. There is room for you to ask questions. There is room for your needs to matter too. When someone truly values your trust, they do not make you feel like you have to earn their kindness by constantly proving your loyalty through sacrifice. Part 3. The trap of emotional debt. Another way trust gets used is through emotional debt. This happens when someone reminds you of everything they have done for you. They are not doing this because they are grateful for the connection. They are doing it because they want something in return. They may say, after everything I have done for you, or, I was there when no one else was. Those words can be painful because maybe they really were there for you. Maybe they did help you when you needed it most. But support is not supposed to become a contract. Support is not a loan that you have to pay back with your soul. You can be thankful for someone without giving them unlimited access to your time, your choices, or your peace of mind. Gratitude is healthy. Guilt is a cage. Gratitude says, I appreciate what you did for me. Guilt says, now I have to do whatever you want. That difference is everything. Part 4. Information as leverage. Trust can also be used through the information you share. When you feel close to someone, you show them the parts of yourself you hide from the world. Your fears, your mistakes, your insecurities. In the right hands, those things create a deeper connection. In the wrong hands, they become leverage. They may bring up your private words during an argument. They may share your story just to get attention. They may use what they know about you to make you doubt yourself. A simple way to protect yourself is to notice how a person talks about other people's private lives. If they constantly tell you secrets that were never theirs to share, pay attention. They are showing you exactly what they do with trust when the person who gave it to them is not in the room. And then there is the weapon of urgency. Decide right now, do not talk to anyone about this. If you trusted me, you would not need to think about it. Urgency is powerful because it does not give you space to hear your own thoughts. But people with good intentions do not fear your questions. They do not need to rush you into choices that affect your money, your reputation, or your emotional well-being. Part 5. The Erosion of the Self. Think about the long-term effect of being the person who is always there. When trust is used as a weapon, it creates a slow erosion of your own identity. You start to measure your worth by how much you can handle for others. You become the one who never complains, the one who always understands, and the one who is always available. But notice what happens when you finally have a need of your own. When you are the one who is tired or the one who needs a favor. How do they respond? People who use your trust will often act surprised or even offended when you cannot meet their demands. They have become so used to your sacrifice that they see it as their right. This is where the exhaustion comes from. It is not just from the things you do, but from the constant pressure to be perfect for someone else. You are essentially paying a silent tax for a relationship that should be free. You might feel like you are walking on eggshells, carefully choosing your words so you do not upset the balance. But ask yourself this. If the balance of a relationship depends on you staying silent about your own needs, is that a balance worth keeping? Trust should be a two-way street where both people feel supported and heard. It is not a one-way road where you are the only one doing the driving while they sit in the back seat and give directions. You deserve to be in a connection where your boundaries are seen as a sign of health, not a sign of betrayal. Taking back your power starts with the realization that your first responsibility is to yourself. You cannot keep someone else afloat if you are drowning in the process. True loyalty is built on mutual respect, and anyone who asks you to lose yourself to prove your trust was never really on your side. Final, safer, not smaller. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to say, "I need time." You are allowed to ask someone you trust for advice. And you are allowed to change your mind. That does not make you disloyal. It makes you aware. The goal is not to become cold or suspicious. The goal is to give trust slowly enough that you can see how someone handles it. Watch what they do when you set a boundary. Watch how they react when you disagree. Watch whether they respect your privacy when there is nothing to gain from it. The right people may not always be perfect, but they will never punish you for protecting yourself. They will not make you feel selfish for having limits. Being trusting is not a weakness. Being kind is not a mistake. Your heart is not the problem. The only thing you need to remember is this. Trust should make you feel safer, not smaller, and the people who truly deserve it will never make you feel guilty for protecting it. If this message reminded you of something you have experienced, please share your thoughts in the comments. What is one boundary you learned to protect? If you enjoy these honest conversations about self-respect and growth, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Take care of your heart, but never forget to protect it too. I will see you in the next one.